Hello, welcome to Cami Designs, and today we're going to be working on the cuff of the Celtic Ocean slipper boot pattern. So it will look like this when we're all done. Here. And I have, if you're just tuning into this channel and these videos, I do have the other videos to do this part of the slipper. But today we're going to be working on the cuff. And the last thing we did was double crochet. We have 36 stitches here. So what I did is I went ahead and turned this inside out. So now it's now inside out, so I'm working on this side here facing me. And so I want to chain 2 and then turn it so it is facing me here. And I want to double crochet. I'm going to skip this one here. The chain 2 is going to count as that one here over this one. So I just want to double crochet into this first one here. And then I'm going to go into my Celtic Weave pattern. So the Celtic Weave is worked over 4 stitches. So I want to skip these 2 stitches here and work in these 2. Just like this. And I'm going to do a front post treble crochet over these, the 3rd and 4th stitch. Then I'm going to go back and work the first stitch that I skipped. I'm going to do a front post treble crochet just like this. And then around the second one I skipped. Just like this. And then, once again, work over the next 4 by skipping the first 2. And to do a front post treble crochet, I wrap the yarn over twice. And I want to go into the 3rd stitch. And I want to keep pulling through 2 loops. So yarn over twice. Go from the front into this stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then I want to work the stitches I skipped. I'll go over in front of these 2 and just do the front post treble crochets once again here. Just like this. Work over 4 stitches. So just so here. Go back and work the skipped ones. And you just want to repeat this around, working in sets of 4. Okay, next set of 4, just do the same thing. And this yarn is the Red Heart Super Saver Ogo yarn, and this is the color Peacock. It does have a different texture, and sometimes it has been bleeding, so I'll get marks like the ink is coming out. And that is easy to remedy when I'm all done with this one. I'll soak both of the slippers into a solution of vinegar and water. Okay, now I'm going to do the next 4 here. And it goes pretty fast, because with these treble crochets, it does add a lot of height to the cuff. So you really only have to do a few rounds to give yourself a good size cuff on these slippers. Okay, yarn over twice. Go to this one. Yarn over twice. That one, and I if you've noticed, I hold my stitches that I'm going to be working on with my thumb and my middle finger, just to kind of guide my hook. So, I've got my 4 stitches. Here we go. Okay. I'm getting there. And working the Celtic Weave is just worked over 2 rows. So it's not that difficult once you get the hang of it. Like I said, it adds a lot of volume, so you don't have to do a whole lot of rows to cover a big area. I do have a matching pattern for a Celtic Ocean cowl. And it is available on my Ravelry store. I'll try to put the link to my Ravelry store in the description. I'm almost to the end here. So you note now I'm to my last set of 4, and I have 1 left here, and that I will double crochet in. So I want to keep doing my sets of 4. Just like that. And then I want to do these ones that I skipped. So then I have this one here, and then I have my turning, one of my turning chains, just like I have a turning chain here. So I just want to double crochet into this last stitch here. And that is just going to add it so I have something to stitch to when I close it up. Now I want to chain 2, turn my work. So I'm now working, looks like, from the inside of the slipper. And I want to, this turning chain is going to count as that double crochet that I did. So I'm going to go ahead now and work in to these first 2 treble crochets. Sorry, I completely brain lapsed there. But I want to do a back post. So I'm going to do is yarn over twice. I'm going to go into it from the back. So before I was going from the front, this I'm going from the back. So it looks like that. Yarn over, pull through. And I'm just going to do a treble just like I did the other ones. It's just back post. So I work through the first 2 stitches like this. Then I'm going to skip these 2 here and work these 2. So then I skip 2 and I work the next back post treble crochet, which once again is just like the front, except you're working from the back. And now I want to go back and work these 2 that I skipped right here, which are these 2 here. And I hold it with my fingers so I can kind of get a feel of where it is. And I want to go from the back and loop around. And then I kind of lean it forward like this so I can see what I'm doing. And just do my back post treble crochet. And I'm going to work this one here, the last skipped one. Oops. Just like this. Just like that. And then I want to skip 2 and work 2. Once again, it will go faster once you get the hang of it. It looks more difficult than what it is. I'm going to do my skipped ones now. Oops. I did not get my whole stitch there. That's why I use my finger to guide my hook. Just like that. And then I skip 2. And then I do 2. And the Celtic Weave is just these 2 rows. And I did not write it down because it is pretty complicated. But I will try to put a link in the description on where you can find the pattern to these slippers in my Ravelry store. And I can also type up in the description the steps to this the steps to these rows. So I just keep going. I work my skipped ones. I skip 2, work 2, go back and work the skipped ones, then skip 2, and just do that all the way around till all your stitches are worked. Okay, now I want to work my skipped stitches here. It's pulling a little tight because it's working around the corner there. And yes, I know that the back is not worked yet. I work that at the end and just stitch it closed. Okay, and now I skip 2 and work the next ones. And this took 1 skein of the Super Saver Red Heart, and this is once again a peacock, and the Ogo. Ogo is a little thicker, so that's why I used it for this. If you're using a regular worst weighted yarn, it might turn out a little different. Okay, I'm getting all kinds of tangled here, and this is how much I have left. It doesn't look like a whole lot, but there are 3 colors still left in here to work. So I'm going to work these skipped stitches, and I'm going to go to the end of this row so you can see how the end of this row finishes. Okay, I'll skip these 2 here and work these ones. And it does feel like you're working over a long distance just because they're kind of slanting. But that's what makes a pattern beautiful. So, I'm almost done. I know some YouTubers that do these speed it up, but I like to see in real time how to do things. So that is why I don't speed it up and just get it done, because I need to see it done multiple times, and so that's why I just record and post. I don't edit. I show my mistakes because I'm human just like everybody else. So okay, now the 2 I skipped. Okay, now you'll notice I have these 2 stitches here, and these are what I would normally skip, but I'm not going to skip them. I'm going to just do 2 back posts right into these. And this is why I wanted to show you this, because you don't have another ones to go into, so you have to go into the ones that you would have originally skipped. So just like this. Now I went into those 2 there, and now I'm going to double crochet into this one here, into that other double crochet. Now I'm going to chain 2, turn my work again, and now we're back to the outside, and I just want to do my first row again, and I'll just start it and then I'll end the video. So I want to skip these 2 here and work into these 2. So I'm doing front post treble crochet again, so just like this, and then I'm going to work these 2 skipped ones, and like I said, it goes a lot faster the more you work it, and now that you're not working out of double crochet, it is a lot easier to pick up the stitches and to know where you're supposed to be. So I'm going to skip these 2 and work in these 2, because once again I'm working over the 4 stitches. It just looks a little different than the double crochet row. So now I'm going to work these two stitches that I skipped, just like this. Okay. And then I want to skip these 2 stitches here and work on these ones. And I'm just going to do this slipper until I run out of the skein yarn. I will make sure to leave a tail so I can weave it together. So if it doesn't look like I have enough to finish a row, then I'm just going to go ahead and stop. Because I also want to do a single crochet row along the top edge, just to kind of make it a little nicer. If you can see that. Just to make it a little nicer to work with there. Now, so I'm just following this pattern around, working over the 4 stitches. But I will stop it there. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And I hope that you like and subscribe it. And if you want to be notified when my next videos come available, be sure to go into your notifications and hit the little bell, and you'll be reminded that I have a new video out when they come out. And I think that's it. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.